my name is Mary, and welcome to my garden in Litchfield, Connecticut. Preparing food has always been a labor of love, no matter how busy I got. Today, have I got a recipe for you. I like to call them lime ginger delights, and they are to die for. And I've enlisted the help of a special childhood friend, Philadelphia cream cheese. A word of caution, this is not an everyday dessert, although, to be honest with you, I eat them every day until they're gone, and I think I'm running low. Come on in and help me make some more. Welcome to the kitchen of Lime Ginger Delights. You want to start by turning on your oven to 325 degrees because they want to go into a hot oven. I've lined my muffin pans with a nice paper liner, which is fabulous because no muss, no fuss. When you're done baking and chilling, you take them right out of the pan and you practically don't have anything to clean. So there's 4 steps to this recipe. We're going to start by making the crust, then we do the cream cheese filling. We're going to fill and top the tarts, bake them, and chill them in the fridge. Let's make the fabulous ginger crust. I've microwaved 3 tablespoons of the sweet butter, and I've already got the tablespoon of white sugar in that. We're going to take the cookie crumbs, and essentially this is about 1 fat cupful of finely crushed crumbs. And we're going to stir them all together to get the crumbs coated with the butter. One tip I'd like to share with you is, and if you got kids to put to work, that works too. Sometimes, you know, they're around, they like to help out. Well, here's the deal. You take your cookie crumbs, you take your cookies, and you put them into a nice heavy Ziploc bag. Emphasis on the word heavy. Shut it tightly, put them on the counter, and they can start pounding away at them. It works every time. And fill the muffin tins with a tablespoon of crust. And I mean a tablespoon. If you use more, you'll use up your crumbs. And I don't really like a very thick crust, so I'm just going to put 1 scoop in each pan. This is one of the difficult things for me about making this recipe. I love these ingredients so much that usually I start eating them while I'm cooking. By the time dinner rolls around, I've completely ruined my appetite. The next step after putting your crumbs in is to either take a spoon or your fingers and smooth it out in the bottom of each cup, see? And we're going to get ready to do the next part, which is the filling. This is the best part of this dessert, aside from eating the finished ones. So let's take our time and get this right. I begin by grating the zest of the lime. If you've never done this before, you do want to be sure that you don't grate your fingers. It doesn't feel very good. I've done it many times, but that's why this is such a great tool, because you can't hardly grate your fingers. And you can just grate that lime. We're going to grate the whole lime, and you want to be careful not to get into the white part of the skin, because that's called the pith, and it's kind of bitter. It doesn't taste very good. Here's an example of one that I've done. See, it's not taken all the way down. I cut it in half and I juice it and put it in the cup. Then I take my organic lime juice. I need to bring it up to 1/3 of a cup of liquids, okay? Then you take a tablespoon of your zest, because it's going to be a little more left, and the cool thing is you'll have it left over for a garnish. So take your tablespoon of the zest and put it in there. Add 1/2 teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and there's your liquids all ready to go. And the last thing, which is really kind of cool, that we're going to put in here is take your 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and we're going to pour it into the lime juice. I want to watch what happens because it's really kind of shocking. Here we go. 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Oh my God, it's curdling. Well, it's supposed to curdle. So we're going to set this to the side and let it do its thing, and then we're going to get to making the cream cheese filling. Okay, we're ready to put together the filling itself. And what I have in the bowl here is a 1/2 cup of granulated white sugar and 2 tablespoons of flour, which helps you to thicken. So we're going to put that mixed into our mixing bowl. And then, one of my favorite ingredients, the Philadelphia cream cheese, we're going to put that in and we're going to mix it up. You can see why also we wanted to get this at room temperature. It's such a stiff and lovely, such a lovely product that you want to get it nice and soft so that when you mix it, it works well for you. We're going to add the eggs one at a time, and after each addition, we're going to beat it slightly. Remember, this is the point where you want to be very careful not to overbeat. Now we're going to take your nice curdled lime and cream mixture and we're going to pour that in slowly. Make sure you get all that nice zest. Okay, now we get to fill the muffin cups. I won't lie to you, this is like a really messy job. You're going to take about a half a scoop of batter and we're going to pour it into the cup. It's very important not to overfill. See, now take a look at that, it's about halfway up, because if you overfill, two things will happen. Your tarts won't cook in time, they'll be too soft. The balance will be off between the crust and the fill. Oh my gosh, look at that, perfect, almost perfect. I'll just put this to the side and eat this bowl later. Okay, we're ready to put them in the oven. Let's do it. Here we go. And we're going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Okay, while your tarts are in the oven, you're going to make your sour cream topping. I have a full cup of sour cream here. I'm going to put in about ½ a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Many of you may be familiar with this as a dip for your fresh fruit. I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of sugar, of the white sugar. This is kind of like however much you like, however it tastes good to you. Okay, so it's all ready. And when we get those tarts out of the oven, we're going to spread it over top of them. Perfect! When we put the topping on these tarts, it's going to be fairly soft still, because remember the custard solidifies as it cools. So you want to be very gentle. Now we're taking a scant tablespoon. Again, we don't have a lot of this stuff. We need to make it go around. And we want to put it right on top. I'm going to start with one that looks fairly firm and spread it around smoothly. Be very careful because you will break the surface of that darling little thing, and you want a nice presentation in the end, right? Okay, so there I am. There's one of them. Now I'm going to do that 17 times. Okay? Now, before I forget, turn your oven down to 250 and set your timer for 10 minutes and let the oven do its thing. Okay, let's get those babies out of the oven. They're still going to look a little soft. That's quite all right. It is their nature. And now, I figure I need 3 for dinner. 1 for me, 1 for my husband, and 1 for me. Okay, and we're going to take these and we're going to put them in the refrigerator. Our lime ginger delights have been in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. We're going to take them out and garnish them. Okay, now at this point we're going to see how special this paper is, because you peel it away from your tart and you're going to very gently set it right onto your plate. Look how pretty that is, that cute little edge on it. Let's get the other ones out of their wrappings. And we're all ready to clean our hands and garnish your fabulous dessert. Okay? Now, I think it's always nice to have a little color. And we've got a little of that lime zest left. We're going to put that right over top because we know presentation is so important. And there you have it. You are ready to go.